Okay, so I'm streaming now on YouTube. Let me drop the link. So you guys should just follow the link and see if you are seeing me. Can you guys hear me? Can everyone see
Yes,
from
yes.
me here? Okay. I'll drop the link on our channel. Or let me see, drop it here. Yeah. So I've dropped it on the chat here. Just click on the chat and see if you can join. So I'm currently live.
So, can
Are you
can
guys?
we
So
also have the link on the WhatsApp group?
you said, okay, let me drop it. So what I'm doing is, if the link, if the YouTube live is not going to work, so we'll just revert to this immediately and start the program. Let me drop the link on the WhatsApp group. On the WhatsApp group. So, but if it's going to work, it's going to be better. Please, if you're not talking, you can mute. So I've dropped the link on our WhatsApp group. So let me know if you're able to join. I'm still seeing zero view, so nobody's joining. I've been able to join at the moment.
Yes,
So if we're not able to join, we
only
can
the
just.
same live stream isn't available right now.
Sorry, someone is talking.
Yeah, I Sam, I'm able to join using the YouTube link. So I don't know if every other person is experiencing the same issue, but I am unable to join.
And you are saying me right? Hello, can you see?
Just the spinner just keeps rolling.
I I think hello, good evening. I think you sent a creator link for YouTube stream because that's what is showing on my end.
So this is where the channel is. I'm coming. Oh, okay. I think I'll still try to figure out. I've actually not used YouTube live stream before, so I'll still try to figure out how to get the link because that is just the challenge right now. Okay, I think we should just revert to this for now.
Or I wanted to suggest, right? Is it possible we go on your channel on YouTube? I don't know if it's same channel, right?
Yeah, it's same
Then
channel.
see if you're
Yes,
live streaming because I
exactly.
think
Let me.
sometimes it works like that.
Okay, maybe. Let's see. Let me drop my channel. Let me drop my channel there on YouTube. Samokolo there. That's my channel. So if you can just find your way to this channel on YouTube. Let me drop the. Let me drop the. Let me see if I can go to the channel link and then just drop it directly here. For those that are joining, good evening and happy weekend. So, because of the time constraint we're having on Google Meet, we're trying to switch over to YouTube live stream. So that actually what we're trying to do. Okay, somebody just posted something here. Farouk, is this the real link that's
Yes, yes,
okay?
that's the live stream channel.
Okay,
Yes,
people,
I'm unable to join.
thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Sorry, could you please send the link to the WhatsApp channel instead?
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll do
send the
that
link.
now.
Okay, so I can see that people are beginning to join now.
Sorry, it is saying unable to join channel.
Just hold on. They are sending the live stream link so you could join that.
All right.
Yes, I have shared the YouTube link in the WhatsApp.
So I dropped it under a chat just now.
Yeah. Then also drop it on our WhatsApp group, please. Drop it on our WhatsApp group. Okay. Let me drop it. Farouk, just look at our WhatsApp group and see if you can follow this. So if there's anybody that's not able to join, that will let us know so that I'm seeing just 3 persons joining.
So I want to suggest, right, once you join like the YouTube link, right, you can just leave this group chat so we can know
Exactly.
who is
We
there.
can know. Yes. So maybe Farouk, you can remain on the this group so that you can, or you we can just somebody can just put it on WhatsApp that this is now the link that is now working, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
I'm trying to join, but I'm seeing video
What are you saying? Please, you don't leave until you're able to join the live class because
the
that is
video is not available to,
uh,
so I'm not able to join. So it says it's restricted. I don't know what's going on.
Can
what
you try this link I just dropped now on this chat?
No, I'm not able to. Okay, let me see from here. Uh, okay, yes, I think I'm able to see this one.
okay.
Yes, yes, let I have to copy it.
So is there anybody else unable to join here? Let's know before
Okay.
we get
So
started. Right.
I will mute this now. So I will leave this group. Farouk, if there's any issue, just reach out to me on WhatsApp.
Okay, okay.
So I will leave this group. So I'm starting ASAP, right?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. I believe you can all see the screen. So I'm Samokolo, like I said. Um, actually going to be your instructor for this program. So what we'll be looking at today, as you are seeing on the screen, is actually first. This is our first class, right? We'll be looking at the test case, how to actually prepare test case is vital when as a QA engineer, you should be able to prepare a very standard test case. And what we'll be looking at is somehow the conventional test case we are used to is test case that you use today and then tomorrow you remove it and then bring it tomorrow's issue and all that. But somehow I just came up with this like I need to be able to keep record of what the manual testers are testing, in our app. So I should be able to refer back to last week's test. I should be able to refer back to last 2 weeks test or last month or last 3 months, supposing management demands it. So I came up with this um, test case. Now, if you look at this, you can see that you'll be able to select if this test actually passed or failed. So, and then this is what you have default. So, all you just need to do here is to see if it fails. If it passes, look at the test scenario. We have the test scenario, and then we select if it passes. If it fails, then we have this, and then we have our expected behavior. You know, which is this. So we select our expected behavior. So whatever you are having, you select it as expected behavior. Then there is something here too. If you scroll down here, you'll be able to see that we have our success average calculation here. So what happens is, let me, now we have three passes and three fail. Look at what happened here. I want to change this to pass. You can see that the number of pass failed, number of pass changed from 3 to 4, and then the average, success average also changed. So let me pick here to pass. Now, you see that this also changed from from 4 to 5, and then the total average test, the total test count is 7 because we have 5 here, we have 2 here, which gives us 7. And then you can see that the success average also changed, increased. Now let's put more pass. So you could see that this has also. Now let's see if everything is working as expected. We have everything pass and pass. Now let's go to our average. You have our average to be 100%, right? Total test 8 and total fail 0. Total pass 8, right? So this actually helps the management to be able to see what is going on, and the CPO will be able to come in here and then see what is happening. Okay, for so day we have this average of success. For so day we have average. So that actually kind of gives a data of how the application is working part time, right? So please, if you have any question, you can always drop your question in the comments, and to respond. I will be able to respond immediately. Okay, thank you very much. So now, how do we get this kind of thing? So this actually is not just for beginners. As a beginner, you should be able to know how to do this. And then, oh wow, someone say I am echoing. How am I going to handle that now? Just hold on. Let me see how to handle that. Sorry, I'm still trying to work on my voice on the audio to see that. Okay, someone is suggesting that I speak without the earpiece. Let me remove the earpiece. Okay, so can you still hear me now? Am I echoing? Hello? Can someone just tell me if I'm still echoing? Or is it clearer now? Wow. Oh, good. Someone say I'm no longer echoing. Okay, thank you very much. So, okay. Wow. Ah, so I'm going to try and use another audio device. Maybe that would work. I'm going to try and so maybe this will work. Oh, am I still echoing? Sorry that the audio is this. Oh, can anyone hear me now? Am I still echoing? Okay, so there's one last thing I'm going to do, and then if it doesn't work, then we might have to just. So, am I still echoing? Someone dropped a message on. I can hear you more clearly. Okay, it's better now. Okay. But the issue with Google Meet is that within 40 minutes you are done. It's going to kick us out. So that is the challenge we have with Google Meet. Okay. Sorry that we are still trying to work on the audio. So we just spent about 22 minutes here, and we've not been able to do anything good. And I'm still echoing, right? Okay, now how is it now? Is it better now? Move closer to the mic. It would help disconnect any other device. I've even put off my Bluetooth. That's the fact. So there's no other device that I'm in that should be echoing. That's the weird part right now. Wow. Okay, so let's go back to Google Meet. Let's go back to Google Meet and see what happens there. So I will end this stream. I'm very sorry for that. I'll find a way to work on the audio that is echoing. So let's go back to Google Meet and then we will we'll see how to sort ourselves out. Right? Some persons are saying let's just continue like that. Some are saying I should move on. Okay. Then let's move on. I'm not live streaming on another. Oh wow. So hold on. Yeah, I think I see the reason. So I'm actually using a third party for the live stream, which hello, am I still echoing? Hello. Can you hear me now? Man, I'm talking. I just put off. Ah, okay, you can hear me now, right? Oh, good, good, good. I like that. So, is it better? It's no longer. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's good. I'm happy to hear that. Fine. So, now we're going to look at what we have here and then replicate that. I believe you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, we'll replicate whatsoever we have here on this. So that is actually what we'll build. So that's why I stated in our group that even for the pros and the starters, this actually tutorial is for all of us. You understand? Because I've had a lot of persons in my LinkedIn, which actually led to whatsoever we are doing here today, coming out to me and say, okay, please teach us how to. When I posted this on LinkedIn, a lot of persons in my LinkedIn were like, come and show me how this happens. And then going forward, we actually take this course step by step. Going forward, we'll be teaching a lot of things, automation, and that's why I separated the pros and the starters, because it's not what I'm teaching the pros, I'll be teaching the starters. So both for the automation for pros and the starters. So today's class, somebody is asking, what is the class all about? Is it just manual QA? No, the class in total is the class is not just about manual QA. I do automation a lot. So if you go through my courses, you see a lot of automation in my YouTube channel. So I do a lot of automation. So this class today is actually how to make this happen, how to prepare this test case. That's about today's class. I don't know if that helps, but we are in this channel, in this our WhatsApp channel. That's why the courses are going to be coming in bits, you know. So we are actually going to be moving step by step. You understand? We'll be doing a lot of automations. For the starters, I'll be starting from scratch. For those, I will just assume you don't have any knowledge of automation, how to automate using Cypress, um, how to automate using Playwright, and then also for the starters, I will also be working on manual API testing. And then after that manual API testing, I will now also migrate to how to automate your API testing. So it's actually a long process. So it's a kind of a family thing that, okay, that was why I stated earlier, those who have not joined, that you feel they might need this, let them join the group, so that once we start, we know that we have started. I don't want anybody to come forward in the future and say, now start bringing me back. You understand? So once we start now, we are starting now from how to prepare this test case. Now this is not just an ordinary test case, this is a manual test case, right? It's not just an ordinary test case, it's a test case that helps you to keep data, to keep information of the test, your test scenario that has happened before, right? So the class is not just about manual QA. No, the class is about, okay, so yeah, thank you. So but for today, this is what just this class is all about, how to prepare this manual test case, right? So yeah, Amirella made a point. Yeah, so beforehand, I will publish what the class is all about, so those who need the class can join. Yeah, I think that is a very important one, and so that you don't just join and it happens to be what you know before. I think that makes sense. Yeah, thank you very much for that suggestion. Thank you. So can we now go on? I believe we should move ahead. Now, what we'll be doing here, the first thing here is having this heading. So if you look at this test case, you see that I think I've been able to talk about all of these. So the first thing we're going to be doing is putting this heading. So I'll just be copying some things for us to just move fast because we've already spent a lot of time, on the intros and all that. So what I will do here is I do resize this, and for me to resize this, all I just need to do is to pick I'll just pick at random, maybe from 1 to 15. Normally, my number one, I leave it blank when I'm working on Google Sheets. The A and then 1. So I will shift this. No, I can just resize this to 13. So what I do is you right click on the column and you have resize column. So I'll put it on 13, and then for the row I'll resize it to 13 too. So I'll leave this blank. Why I do that is because if for any reason I have to come back here and add another column or another row before this. Yes, it's a live stream. Someone say please record this. It's a live stream, so you can always come back to YouTube to watch it. That is even more reason why we are here, right? So you can always come back here. What I will just do is to fill. I think I will edit it to remove some things that are not necessary. Okay, so for this, I will now move this and maybe to 16. So I'll hold this and then hold your shift and click. So it has highlighted all these rows. I want to resize it. I will point and then right click and resize. So I'm resize. By default, it comes with 21. So I always like using size 40 or 45. Now you can see it's emboldened. It's big now. So let's put it 40. 45 is too big. So 40. Okay. Now what we have here is the heading. So QA manual test case. I'll just copy it and then bring it here. I'm not sure how much we're going to spend here, but let me just move from here to S, and then I want to join all of these. So for you to join, you look at merge. You bring your cursor here. You can see merge all. So I've merged all. Then I can paste my test. Now this test is on the left, so I'm taking it to align. My align, I'll come to the center. Now I will increase it. I believe that most of us know how to do this, so I'll just put it on 24. Okay, so this color, we'll come to this and pick whichever color that we want. So this should be white then, so that we can see it. Okay, now that is settled. Now the next is the profile, company profile. So we have company name, version, so project type, project name, project type, created by. So let's just copy this. I can now shift here. Now I want to shift this, right, manually to fit in the text that I have. So I have this company name. The next one is project name. The next is test type, and we now have created by. Okay, so if you look at this, I might not just, okay, let me just put them so that, so I'll put this manually. I'll shift this, and these are not the things I want to, so that's why I'm just kind of hurrying up here, because this is not what brought us here. So I will make this size 11 or 12. Now for this. Okay. So I actually made a lot of join here. So let's remove that. I did some joining here. Let's remove that. Okay. So the next on the line is we now have our where we have our test scenarios. So which is here. So I'm going to join this again. We'll have our test scenarios here. Okay, let me just change the color. Ah, ad is disturbing you. Oh wow. Unfortunately, this is YouTube, man. Okay, so very sorry about that. Very, very sorry. That is not in my hands. I'm sorry about that. That is this coming from Alabi Deremi. I'm really sorry. It's not in my hands. It's YouTube ads. Yeah. So the next one is, so I have this where now if you look at this, I have this test scenario for, I numbered my test cases, this my test scenarios, one to, so that I'll be able to manage the test scenarios that I have. So that's we're going to put here too. Normally I would have built this skeleton before you guys came in, but if I do that, I will kind of, you really won't, for those who have, I just begin that, I'm just believing that everybody is starting from scratch. So for those who really do not understand how it works, will be confused. So that's why you see me building this skeleton for us to actually work. Now we now have our test, the real test cases. So the next is where we're going to have the test case. So I'll give this another color too. Okay, so let's give it this. Now our test will now happen here. Fine. Now we are good. So let's work on login flow. It's a very simple flow. Login. So we're going to work on functional testing. So the test scenario we'll be looking at here. This is test scenario. So let me just copy what we have here. So now I want it to be on the center, and I'm moving it to center here, middle. Please take note of what I'm doing for those who are not very familiar with. Now, as Excel sheet is different from Google Sheets. Slightly, they are the same, but Excel sheet is you're working using it locally. Google Sheet is online, right? So there are some things that really don't work exactly as it works on Excel sheet. So you just have to take, but every feature you have in Excel, this is Excel normally, right? So I'm having this test scenario here. Now, in this first test scenario, what do we want to achieve? I want us, login page should load successfully. That's the first that's the first scenario we're going to be having. Okay, this one is numbering. So I'll cut this and put it here. So this is number one. This is number one. While here I'll have login page should load successfully. So what I will do is to bring this to center and take it to the middle, put it at the middle. I don't think this is bold enough. Are you guys saying this text enough? Is it bold enough? Let me increase it. Can you still hear me? Are you saying this text enough? I think it's bolder now. Oh, fine. That's good. Okay, so now we have login page should. Now, if you look at here, what are we expecting? We're expecting a pass or a fail, right? So what I'm going to do now is to drop this here, and then on this place, on this column, I'm going to write my pass, fail, then select. So I'll first of all put select. I don't want it bold. Then pass and fail. So what I want to do now is to pick this this drop down that we have here. Okay, if you look at what I did here, you can see that I match these two so that this will not kind of be awkward. Yeah, so we'll have to, okay, now I see. So I'll delete this. Now I see why I joined it from the beginning. So I will now have to join this one all through to this point. Join. Then I'll join to this place. Join. I'll join. Okay, this one is already joined. Join. This one too. So I can now join this one and this one. Now what I want is I want to drop this one a little bit manually. I want it that you can see that the text here is missing. Some of them are missing. So what I want is it should automatically fall down, you know, when it gets to the end. So I will just pick this test wrapping. I'll wrap it. I'll wrap the test. So that's how you do that. So login page should load successfully. So what I did here is I succeeded now in wrapping this test. If you don't wrap the test, you can see that you could hardly see some are off the boundaries, right? Except you now have to drag these two. So but with test wrapping, it just helps you to wrap the test, you know, by default. Now again, we should look at okay, now I now want to pick my pass or fail here. So I will now come here and write my select. Pass and fail. So please, let's just pay attention to this because this is where the real work is. Once you get this logic, you are good with this test case. This is where the real logic is. So I'll put my cursor here and then go to data. I'll go to data, click on data and go to data validation, right? Data validation. Now when you get to data validation, you see this, add rule. So you add rule. Now we have drop down. From drop down, you now click this arrow here, button, and then click drop down from range. That is exactly what we want. We want to drop down from range. So we'll pick drop down from range, and then click select data range. We need to, not this data range, leave this. You don't have any business with this for now. This is what we're going to be working with. After you have your drop down, let's go back to drop down. There's no range here, but drop down from range, this will now come down below. So click on it, and when you click on it, the range comes up. All you just need to do is to pick your cursor and highlight the range. So I've moved from F3 to F5, which is exactly what we have. F3 to F5. So you click OK. Now what do I now want to do next? I want to select their colors. So the first one is select. I want to leave it as it is, like this. Second one is pass. Pass should be green, and fill should be red. Right? Now that is not all. If you see here, let's go. You now go to advanced. The advanced, we are having this. I don't like this actually. So I just want you to be on arrow. Look at what happens in arrow. You can see we're just having arrow by the side. Right, so that is, but you can choose whatever you want. Then if you don't even want any arrow, you want plain text, you put it on plain text. Once you click it, you'll be able to select. But with the arrow, that will help somebody to know that, oh, there's even something that I have to pick from here. There's a drop down. Just by looking at it, you are seeing that there's a drop down. Then once that is done, you click done. Now if you come here now and click, you can now see all of this. Select. I think I should still make this center line. Now we have this center line. Then I want it to be at the middle. Sorry, it should be at the middle. Yeah. So now I have select, pass, and then fill. So I've been able to do that. So now that I've done that, all I just need to do is to copy by Ctrl C, and then take it to the next what do I have, test scenario, and then paste it. That is just it. So by default, it has just taken care of the drop down range for you. If you look at the drop down range now, you're going to see that you'll be having E from E3 to E5. So Google Sheet helps you to do all that. So let's remove this for now. We don't need this again. Now we move the next test scenario. Let's join this and then put our next scenario. So we'll join this, merge. This is also okay. This should and this should merge. So I'll copy this test scenario and drop it here. Now what is our test scenario for this one? Users should be able to we should be able to see the login field, right? So login field should be visible and active. Okay, so there should be test wrap here too, and to the center, then center line. Yeah, login field should be visible and active. At this moment we have not carried out test, so it should be just select your whatever. Then login field should be visible and active. So the next we are going to have is let me join this. So the input field should accept test, right? So on your login field, we have the input field where you put in your credentials. So we have input field. To accept test. So here we do same wrapping. I just want us to have very brief this test scenario. Then the next one, which will be the last, is or the login button should be working as expected. we should also expect that the login button should be able to be working as expected. So I'll match this. And wrap. Now the last but not the least, on clicking the login button, user should be sent to their dashboard, which is the last scenario we should be having here. The last but not the least, user should be sent to their dashboard. So we wrap this also and move to the center. Yeah, we are good now. On clicking the login button, user should be sent to the dashboard. Now this is our test scenarios. So we just copy this, match this, paste, match this, paste. Please, if you have question as I'm working, please just be dropping your questions, so I'll be answering them as we move on. Now all I need to do is to copy this and then move it to this and then drop, and drop. So now we are good. So you can select if this scenario has passed, if it failed, it passed, and pass. So that is just how it works. So here you have your dates, whatever. So the date that you actually carried out the test or whatever. Then now here I want us to now calculate our success average, which is what we have here. So let's look at our success average. The first one is total pass. So let's see what we have here. Okay, so I want us to let's bring it here, total pass. Now total. So in Google Sheets and in Excel too, if you are typing on a line and you want to, I believe you guys can still hear me. Like I said, if you have any question, you can drop it on the comments. If you are typing and you want to break to the next line, how do you do that? You hold your option for Mac. You hold your option for Windows. I'll check and drop in the comments, please, later on. I'll check for Windows and drop in the comments. So for option for Mac, you hold the option and click enter. It takes you to the next line. So total, what do we have here? Let's check. Total passed. So we'll bring this to center and to the middle. While we have this total field, this should be total field. Then we should have total test, and then average. Okay, so what we have here is success average. Good. So now for us to get our total pass, please let's take note of this calculation here, the formula that will work for this. Now total pass is, we're going to look at a function. We're going to use function, except function. So we'll say equal count if. So we'll use this count if function. Now what we are looking at is starting from C10, from C10. So C10, which is this. If you look at it, starting from here, you see it's already highlighted it, all through to K10. So all through to K, I did K9, was it K9 or K10? K10, yeah. Now what is the string that I want to work with is pass. So I'll put pass. So I'll close. So now you can see that it's giving me 4 pass. Once there's a fail, I haven't done for fail, so I'm going to have 3. Now another fail, it reduces to 2. Another fail, it reduces to 1. And when you now remove the last pass, it goes back to 0. So if you put all of these select,